Well, here we are. Some of you won, some of you lost, some of you, we got to change this down here. Some of you lost, some of you won, some of you still don't know. Some of you are on the edge of your seat. Some of you were upset. It is what it is. And you can't second guess yourself. You can't complain about, an Achan dud game when you couldn't sit him. Not coming off a 200-yard game, not knowing exactly what was going to go on. McMillan exploded. Look, 2025 starts now. Whether you won or lost or whether you're still TBA on that situation, we're talking 2025. We'll keep doing the chewing gum and walking at the same time. We can go over 2024 still. We're not going to walk away from that. We'll get a bunch of phone calls, super chats, and we'll discuss. And we got a game to preview right now. Penix Jr. versus JD5. JD5 versus Penix Jr. 2024 is not over, but we're getting into 2025. Every single day we're talking 2025. If you think, oh, Smitty, it was a great year, I think I'm going to leave. I'll see you later. I'll be back next year. Great year, Smitty. Great year, everybody. I'll see you later. Where are you going? Where are you going? No one's going anywhere. 2025 begins now. I'm taking roll. Don't you dare walk out. The Fantasy Football Show, Week 17 morning and afternoon game recap show. The Fantasy Football Show 2025 Stud Wide Receiver Show begins right now. File on in. The preview of the Penix Jr. JD5 show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Some of you lost, some of you won. Some of you lost, some of you won. Okay? So keep that in mind when you come in here and you celebrate too much and you rub it in, or you complain as if everybody lost. Oh, this year was crap. Everything went wrong. There's so many people that won. There are people that had 200-point weeks today. Nabers exploded. Lad McConkey exploded. Thomas Jr. was a monster. McMillan pulled in 2 touchdowns. Let's go over what happened, and then let's start talking about these guys and what's their value. And we'll talk about it in between, but let's start off with Malik Nabers, who pulled in 7 of his 8 targets for 171 and 2 touchdowns with a quarterback carousel of garbage all year long. Imagine what happens when he gets Cam Ward. Imagine what happens if he gets Shedeur Sanders. He's sure to get one of them. He's cooking.
Let him cook.
Lucille's got a new spot now.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. Lucille's got her own spot. I made sure to take care of that. Everything needs to be in order and tidy. I cleaned up everything. I spent the whole day cleaning up as I watched games and doing some of the dotting I's and crossing T's for the back end of the channel rankings, different things. And 2025 is going to be crazy. And for those that don't know, I started out in the industry 23, 24, 20, I don't even remember, 20 plus years ago, 23 plus years ago, creating content. I did written content and radio for 19 straight years. The 23 years our show was on air on terrestrial, NBC and CBS Sports Radio. 23 years, longest fantasy football radio show in the world. And I was on it for 19 years. I did content and radio before I did YouTube. So the content thing's been cooking for 20 plus years, just marinating, simmering. Created this first trade, customer facing trade calculator that I know of anyway. There could have been somebody that had it up that no one knew what their site was, but there were about 10 of us back in 2002, 2003 that had content sites that were popping. No one else did content. It was a very small space. The internet, look, I mean, in 1996, 97, people were just really starting to use the internet. So in 2002, 2003, there were literally about 10, 12 of us on the internet creating content, and the trade calculator wasn't out there. That's why I jumped into the industry, because there was no trade calculator. I didn't want to download a program, insert my team. There were a couple of those like Dominator type downloadable programs. You run it on your box, you enter your team. I wanted something you could literally, without telling them scoring or anything, just, do I trade him for him? And it'd say, hell no. It would say, hell yes. It would say, that's equal. It'd have all these creative answers. I've since done away with that. But it says how many dollar figures it is different from an auction dollar purse of $200. So if you're trying to trade JJ for Jamar Chase, it'll be $70 to $69 in redraft or whatever. You know what I mean? It'll be equal in Dynasty dollars, and it gives you both answers, Dynasty and redraft. 2025 is already up, and the blue articles, everything's color coordinated. The blue is redraft, the green is Dynasty, and I'm dividing everything up so that both get full attention rather than letting Dynasty fall to the wayside, because I was dominating Dynasty content, and last year I dropped the ball and didn't create a lot of Dynasty content. So I divided the site up this way so you color coordination wise know what the hell's going on, and it makes me create more content because I'm sitting there staring at the green section of my site, and I go, I guess I haven't written anything. Let's write something. So 2025 is going to be the year of content explosion on the fantasyfootballshow.com. So make sure you're ready to go for that. Okay. And one of the topics we're going to hit from the jump will be along these lines: 2025 stud wide receivers, sophomore wide receivers. And somebody called in and asked a great question. I forget who it was, but they wanted me to rank the sophomore players. So the exiting rookies going into their sophomore year, and rank them. But one thing people don't know, if they don't know my content, is I created this, and it's weird that people just started using it. I have what's called Super Rookie Rankings, my ranking section. I believe I have them in here somewhere. Here we go, Super Rookie Rankings. And there were no DFS sites catering to this or anything like that. And my Super Rookie Rankings that I created so many years ago were the sophomores and incoming rookie class. And so the sophomores turn juniors, graduate out of the rankings. They get removed from the rankings. The rookies move up to sophomores. The incoming rookies move into the rookie spots. It's basically a way to look at the youngest players in the league, the sophomores and incoming rookies, and have rankings with just those guys. Just to give yourself a way to look at the dynasty youth movement in the NFL. And so those rankings are up. I love talking about those rankings. We'll have a video on the incoming rookies, and we'll have content written on all that. But even more so on this channel for you, for video wise, and also for content, we're going to be talking about the sophomores and ranking the sophomores. Malik Nabers, BT, McMillan, all these guys. Lad, just unbelievable rookie class for wide receivers that came out this year. And where they're going to rank right away is McMillan, a top 15 wide receiver. We'll get to him in a second. Let's start with Malik Nabers. If Malik Nabers gets Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, which he almost certainly will get one of those guys, he goes to what? Maybe wide receiver. We can't put him above Jamar Chase. We can't put him above Justin Jefferson. We can't really put him above CeeDee Lamb. You can forget how good CeeDee Lamb is because you're pissed off at him right now, but he's in the top 3. Is Malik Nabers number 4? Is Malik Nabers the number 4 wide receiver? Vote in the chat. Where do you have him? Put 4, 5, 6. I'll throw your answers on screen. We'll get a little bit of a vote going on. Is Malik Nabers your number 4 wide receiver? Because I think he might be mine. I don't think you can put him above. You could put him above Lamb. I wouldn't tell you to take a lap, but I'm not putting him above Lamb, JJ, or Jamar Chase. He's 4 for me. He's 4. Torres says 4. I'm a little nervous about Sanders as an NFL QB. Any more nervous than a carousel of garbage quarterback play that makes Malik Nabers bring in 7 of 8 targets for 171 and 2 touchdowns? I think the important thing to remember is that he's only going to go up from here. Nabers is only going to have more consistency going forward. Alejandro says 5. Who's your number 4, Alejandro? I'm just curious. Rico, name a couple players you like ahead of him. Charles, name the guy that the 2 guys you're putting in front of him. I'm just curious. I'm not saying anybody's wrong, but good Lord. It's impressive what he's doing with such little help, and just hospital balls galore. Malik Nabers to the mother freaking moon. Top 4, top 5 at least wide receiver for me walking into next year. Now, Jalen McMillan pulled in 2 touchdowns in this Week 17 battle against the Panthers. 51 yards, 2 touchdowns, looked remarkable. Now, Evans did a lot too. Evans had 8 of 9 for 97 and 2 touchdowns. But as he gets older, does McMillan just start taking over more and more work? That might not happen until midseason next year. Is it possible that Evans is an elite stud for one more year? Maybe, but I think that the odds are more likely that he plays elite. He could play elite but gets hurt and misses significant time, but plays elite when he's out there. Think Cooper Kupp. Ziggy, how old is Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp is 31 years old and was born on June 15,
June.
1990.
Ziggy, how old is Mike Evans?
Mike Evans is 31 years old and was born on August 23,
Same age.
1993.
Same exact age within a month. They're the same age. You have to understand that Mike Evans will eventually drop off. It's inevitable. And as much as we want to say, oh, this is different, look at what Kupp did. Kupp just kind of fell flat. I still think more of it had to do with Stafford than people will admit, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's done and it's over, and Kupp is probably never going to return to form. Jalen McMillan might become a what? Guys, where do you rank McMillan? Throw it out there. Wide receiver 12, 15, 20. I think everybody will be all over the map on this one. But the guy has been scoring a touchdown in each of the last 4 games. He's had, I think he has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 6 in the last, what's he have, 6 in the last 4 games? Guy's an absolute monster. Melvin says top 15 to 20. McMillan top 15. Mad says number 20. Marco says 15. Brandon says 15. I mean, I'm just curious. Someone says top 20 here. Ken says top 20. 3 Up says 20. Bear Bone says 15. I'm a little shocked that you guys as a collective aren't higher on him, but it doesn't mean you're wrong. It just I thought it would be inside the top 15 because a lot of us own him and started him this week. So McMillan to the mother freaking moon. I mean, what a day. What a day. And look, it goes without saying that not only did Evans explode and look amazing, but if he had 2 touchdowns, if McMillan had 2 touchdowns, guess who had 2 touchdowns? Guess who had 5 touchdowns? Guess who had 5 touchdowns? I'll show you. His name's Baker, touchdown maker, which was something that people said when he came out of college. I even said it. I even bought, I'll admit something to you. I even bought the domain name one time. Baker, touchdown maker. Let it go. I let it go. We all gave up on him. We wrote him off. And unlike Geno, this guy not only didn't write back, he absolutely blasted back. And he's doing amazing things. 27 of 32. 27 of 32. That's absolutely wild. 359, 5 touchdowns in the Bucs 48-14 Week 17 win over the Panthers. Baker's been on fire, and I'll admit I did not see it coming. That's on me. I mean, not a lot of people did, but I did not give Baker any credit walking into this season. Him and Darnold are 2 of my misses, I'll admit. Josh Allen completed 16 of 27. This is not one of my misses. This is one of my favorite players. One of my favorite players. And one of my favorite teams, Josh Allen, 40-14 Week 17 win over the Jets. The man had a touchdown and 17 yards on the ground, 182 and 2 touchdowns through the air. He is by far and away my favorite quarterback, aside from JD5, I guess. Walking into next year in terms of draft value, it depends where JD5 goes, but I'll take Josh Allen in round 2 all day long. You can laugh all you want. You can listen to the other people out there that are creating, in my opinion, weird content on against early quarterbacks. You can't draft early quarterback. Yes, you can. But Smitty, there's great quarterbacks late. Yes, I know. I'm the one who told you JD5 would be as good as JD5 is and will continue to be. So I love late quarterback drafting. I love late quarterback drafting. I love early quarterback drafting. I don't take Josh Allen every time I'm in the second round. I take Josh Allen when things get cloudy in round 2. And I don't want to waste my pick on somebody I don't truly love because the players I love are gone. I'm going Josh Allen. I don't care what anybody says. The man single-handedly wins weeks. And JD5 will be the same. Lamar's the same way. You can spend an early pick on any of those guys. Josh Allen will probably be the only one that costs you a second-round pick. So you could say, give me a second-round running back or a second-round wide receiver, and I'll swing in and I'll grab JD5 or Lamar in the 3rd or 4th round. Fantastic. I love that too. That is also early quarterback drafting. But there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, though? I'm in round 2. Josh Allen's peeking at me. He's giving me the eye. And there's no one else that I like in this round. I'm literally forcing myself to draft a player I am not sure will stay healthy or that I don't believe in. I think they have some bust potential. You go Josh Allen. That's when people ask me, when do you go early quarterback then, Smitty? That is the answer. When you feel like there's no one you can trust at your draft selection. If you're drafting at 12 or 13, you're probably never going to feel that way because there will be a plethora of players that you like at that range. But at 17, at 18, at 15, at 21, at 24, you will oftentimes find yourself in some drafts where, especially if you're drafting with like-minded individuals, people are sniping the hell out of you and you are not comfortable with the players that are left. You go Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a magnificent pick. He's a monster. And he's going to keep doing it live. That's the way he does it. That's the way he does it. He does it live. Where's my BTJ clipping? Because we need to discuss BTJ. Here he is. BTJ, because this show is about Ladd. BTJ, McMillan, Nabers. Where are we drafting him? Where are we drafting Brian Thomas Jr.? Is anybody taking him in round 2? I think a majority of you are. I think a majority of you are taking this man in round 2, and I don't blame you a single bit. Brian Thomas Jr. caught 7 of 10 targets for 91 yards and a touchdown in the Week 17 win over the Titans, and he just looks remarkable, and he's on his way. He's on his way.
Let him cook.
He's on his way. Where you drafted him? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I'll put it on the screen. Round 3 for BTJ. Kentucky, good luck. You're not going to probably own him this year. I'm not mad at your ranking. I'm not mad at all. I'm just letting you know you're probably not going to be able to draft him very often. The hype's going to be crazy. Doesn't mean that the hype is dangerous. It just means that you won't be able to get him cheaply. Brandon, good luck trying to get him. Matt, this is round 2. Now, maybe he does fall into the top of 3, and that'll be a good place. That'll be a place where I say to myself, and this happens every year. I say something like, he's going to go around 3, and he goes around 4. I mean, look at Kyron, for example. Me out there going, Kyron, Achane, these guys are monsters. Don't judge Achane off of this 1 week. Okay, I don't want to hear one person say they're not drafting Achane next year. Carried you all year, top 5 running back all year. This happens. Your other teammates need to step up. Not your entire team can't blow up every single week. You're going to have the right combination of things happen, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Don't blame Achane. But Achane and Kyron, I thought for sure they would go higher than they did because of the valuation I had, and the general-facing public didn't agree with me, so I was shocked. I could be shocked on BT's value. If BT goes in round 3, I'll be remarkably happy that I can go attack him in a trade. We're not going to go over every player. This game is kicking off soon. We're just watching the countdown, and then we're gonna end early and then come back after the game. Saquon Barkley rushed 31 times for 167 yards. Congrats on the 2,000 yards. I believe 8 people have done this in the history of the NFL?
Let him cook.
Can somebody check me on that? I think it's eight players have rushed for 2,000 yards before. Can someone check on that? I want to make sure I'm accurate on that. But yeah, Barkley, congrats on that, bro. What an amazing season. Gee, I wonder who said that Barkley could be the number 1 overall running back in fantasy football. I wonder who created a video on that. And you go back and look at it and look at the comment section where it's like, he can't be the number 1 overall run. Look, he is absolutely in the mix for the number 1 overall pick in 2025. There will be a lot of injury concern conversations that we have, especially when you consider that the Eagles got to march all the way through the playoffs now and put more mileage on Barkley. Assuming he exits the Super Bowl or whatever round the Eagles depart healthy, we'll have a very, very heavy Barkley is the number 1 or at least number 2 overall pick debate with a very smaller select group of haters that predict him to get hurt. If he gets banged up or doesn't finish well or something goes awry, then we're going to have more of a divided conversation and debate. But right now, as it stands, Barkley is number 1, number 2. You could say maybe number 3 overall walking into 2025 redraft. Dynasty, different conversation. Dynasty, it's very hard to plot him. It depends on your draft build, your style, the type of league you're in. Some people's leagues, the Dynasty leagues, last 1 or 2 years. So why not redraft style? Because I would say 30%, maybe 40% of all leagues, in my opinion, that I come across and I see other people create in Dynasty, I would say 30% end within 3 or 4 years of starting. It's in the nature of that is that people destroy their teams and then they quit. And then usually they try and survive one more year, the 3rd year or 4th year. And then the next year, another couple of people leave and then everybody goes, why don't we just redraft? Or then the league implodes. I know this to be true. It happens in leagues that I'm in from the show. We've created like 8 Dynasty leagues from the conception or the inception of this show. And from that time, we've had all, I think, 7 or 8 of them implode within 5 years, except for, I think, 2 of them are left of the 8. And that's because people would blow their teams up. They would quit. We couldn't find replacements, or we'd find them and then they would quit. And it was a hassle. People fought. People get all mad in Dynasty. Dynasty's tough because emotions get involved, because it's not just a 1-year commitment. People let stuff go when they know they can just redraft next year and they don't want to make a big stink of stuff. But when 3, 4, 5, 10 years in your mind, forever in your mind, really is dedicated to this league, you're thinking, I'm having this team forever. You get emotional. So Dynasty's crazy. It's fun, but it is a wild ride. Like this guy, Bucky Irving's a wild ride. 20 totes, 113. This guy keeps doing it. He keeps doing it, adding 4 receptions for 77 yards. Bucky's remarkable. Bucky is remarkable, and part of me wonders if this guy is deserving of 2nd-round value in 2025. I mean, where would you guys take Bucky Irving in 2025 right now?
Get buckied.
Put it in the chat. I want to see it. I'll drag him on screen.
Buckied.
Vote. Take a Bucky bath. Relax.
Buckied.
Kick your shoes off. Put your feet up on the table.
Oh, Bucky.
Vote. Bucky. 2nd round. I'm not saying get crazy in a weird way. I don't want him to be in the 2nd round, to be honest with you. But where are you? What are you going to do? 1st round, Caps. Oh, God, Caps, don't push his ADP up. 2nd round, it seems like he's going in the 2nd round. We got 2 to 3. He might be my 12th round keeper. Nice job, bro. He might be. 3, late 2nd, early 3rd. Is Bucky a top 3 running back in 2025? Oh, we're in for a mess. We're in for a mess walking into 2025. I think he's going to go higher than we want. I think we're going to be responsible for pushing his ADP up quite a bit. And, people think that's arrogant, and I don't care what you think. If you're a hating Henry out there, let me say something that might piss you off. We affect ADPs more than any channel, in my opinion, in the industry. We drive ADPs up 1, 2, 3, 4 entire player spots, which is a lot when you think about it. We drive, and that's not something I'm always proud of because sometimes, like Bijan his rookie year, we were responsible single-handedly for moving Bijan Robinson's ADP in the industry, even in the best ball worlds, at least up one draft slot, at least one draft, if not 4 or 5 draft slots. We were responsible. And you could say that's arrogant and, oh my God, you think you're so... No, it's we. We are special. This channel in the community is powerful, and we mock drafted more than anybody for years. And now we draft a ton, more than most channels. We're going to do that in the offseason. We're going to draft. I'm going to max out the best ball manias. Last year, I didn't do a good job of maxing out the manias on the live stream, and I ended up joining. I tried to record and put up stuff and document and have you guys help me with picks on Instagram, story posts and such, and promote it that way. But I had about 60 of my drafts time out because they switched over from the slow draft to the 1 hour timer. We're going to do all of them early. We're going to get a very big jump start on the best ball manias, and I can't wait to see where we steal him away. And don't say for a second that drafting early is a mistake. Drafting early is going to allow us to take Bucky lower than we should be able to get him in August. So if you want to take advantage of certain things, you want to draft early. Okay? You want to draft early. Second round, we're seeing a lot of second round for Bucky. Bucky, unbelievable. He almost had a touchdown too. He stepped out of bounds. It would have been 170 yards and a touchdown is what he would have ended with. 170 total yards and a touchdown. Bucky had a day. James Cook, pretty good. This is a guy I said to start for a lot of people, and he didn't explode like I wanted to in this weather against this Jets team and this game script, but 53 yards and a touchdown, you can't really complain about. It wasn't horrible. A.J. Brown was an iffy call. Some questions I said start him, some I said don't. Depended, McMillan was a lot of the answers that I gave, so I feel fine with the answer. I usually sat A.J. Brown for McMillan, for Nabers, for players, Evans, that outscored A.J. Brown anyway. The player that I will say that a lot of the time I said I'm not feeling great about starting him this week was Devontae Smith, so I need to take an itty-bitty lap on this one because the questions were tough. It was hard to expect the third-string quarterback to come in, not even Pickett. The third-string quarterback came in and started connecting with these guys. It was hard to see it coming. Devontae Smith, 6 of 7 for 120 and 2 touchdowns. This was not somebody that I was regularly saying start, so that's on me. I'm accountable on this stuff. I let you guys know when I miss something. That's something that I didn't push a lot this week, and that's on me. I apologize. Breece Hall, 10 of 45. You had to play him in a lot of scenarios. You just had to. It's logical to run him out there and give him a full go. You never know when he's going to explode. It depends on your options. Brock Bowers, 77 yards on 7 targets. Could have been a better day, but still solid. Garrett Wilson was a safe play in a lot of questions, and he got 66 and a touch. So not bad. 7 receptions. Adams, I wasn't really that keen on this week, and he only had the 47 yards. Ended up getting hurt. We'll have more on that later. Adam Thielen, haven't been high on him on the season, but we had a lot of Adam Thielen questions, and your boy came around this week, and we chose Adam Thielen in a lot of the questions that we got this week. It just depended on the question, but he was a safe call. He was a very safe play, and boy, did he deliver. 5 receptions, 110, 2 touchdowns. I don't know what's in store for him in the future, but man, he just absolutely stepped up for people this week, last week, the weeks prior. Thielen has been very, very safe, and he was an amazing player that helped you win your championship if you had him out there. What a nice finish for him. JT, one of the favorite calls of this channel for the last handful of weeks, 32 totes, 125 and 2 touchdowns. We told you to start him last week when people were like, but he fumbled and he had such a bad game. Trust in the revenge factor. And he did a double dip on the revenge this week and last week. 2 touchdowns this week, 2 last week, or 3 last week, right? 125 and 2 touchdowns, 32 times he toted that rock. Tyjae Spears, this is a good day for him, but it could have been a lot better. 95 yards, 8 yards. At the end of the day, this is like a 10 to a 10.5 type of game for you, or 12 or 13, depending on your PPR. So decent day, but this isn't something like when you had a call of Spears or Breece Hall. Hall was the better risk to take than to get these points. He also got injured in this game. I think he went in the concussion protocol, so we'll have more updates on Spears. Unless did he return after the concussion? Tough to have that information in front of me now. I went live as quickly as I could, so I couldn't gather everything. But we'll monitor Spears' concussion. Not that any of you should be playing Week 18 anyway. But Spears is, he's got a bright future. He only has one ACL in one of his legs. In one of his legs, he doesn't have an ACL. So I'm not super loving his dynasty value. But he's got a bright future for a short period of time. I like Spears a lot. But he was a decent play, but he didn't exactly explode. But he had a decent, steady amount of points. So good for you if you had him in there. This is Penix is getting ready. Penix is getting ready to swing, and JD5's getting ready to school. And these two NFL-ready monsters, Bo Nix. No one was more NFL-ready than Penix Jr., JD5, and Bo Nix. They were the three most NFL-ready quarterbacks, and they were three quarterbacks I had ranked miles above Caleb Williams in January, February, March, April, especially May, especially June, especially July and August, and now and till the end of time. Those three quarterbacks tower over Caleb Williams, and especially tower over Caleb Williams in a situation. Drake May towers over Caleb Williams and his situation, especially. Penix Jr. is about to go out there and show you why he should have been drafted to start. And it's good that he's in Atlanta. It's weird how it went down. It was a smart move to draft him. I'm not saying it was a smart move to give Darnold, or to give, what's his face? Cousins. I already forgot him. He's very forgettable. I already threw him in the trash can in my mind. I deleted him. Cousins, was it smart to pay Cousins? I mean, it was smart to bring him in and have the double. I think it was to some degree. And I know everyone's going to make fun of it now, but keep in mind that people made fun of the other piece of this. People were making fun of the Penix Jr. selection, not the Kirk Cousins signing. Now people flip it, and now people act like their stance is the same, but it's not. They're flip-flopping Freddie, and the truth of the matter is you can't predict the future, and the Penix Jr. pick was to support and back up the Kirk Cousins money situation, the big signing. And if it failed, Penix Jr. was there to pick up this team and march forward. And it's working. It's unorthodox. It's not what you would have done, but I respect it. And I think people don't know how to even evaluate it, and so they run their mouth about it. And then they play both sides. They pretend that they were against the Penix Jr. or for the Penix Jr. signing and against the drafting and the signing of Cousins. But it's the other way around. Now everybody's trying to flip-flop. Penix Jr. is going to go out there and explode. He's going to go out there and explode. Nix is going to be a baller. Penix is going to be a baller. JD5 is already a baller. Nix is already a baller. Penix Jr. is going to do, hopefully tonight, what he was going to do last week and still kind of did on the low key. Just didn't have the touchdowns. Can't wait to see it happen. Can't wait to see it happen. Penix is and will have a night, says see that. Cap says you like the pick live on the draft. I did. I laughed live on draft night. I was laughing at people that thought it was a stupid pick. Drafting running back, wide receiver, QB won me over $3,700 in best ball money, says Wild Bill. Wild Bill, that's exciting to hear. Congratulations, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And you better hurry up to the bank in the morning, Wild Bill. They open at 9. Okay. Congrats. Running back. Now, will we go running back? Remember everybody telling us running back wasn't the way to go? Oh, Smitty, everybody's making best ball videos, and they say that according to last season, going wide receiver is just the best way to go. And what do we say at the channel? Bill, who won $3,700 on Underdog, promo code Smitty. If anybody wants to do that as well, if anybody wants to do a higher or a pick 'em right now on this game, or draft a playoff team. The mittens are what they're called. You want to go draft a playoff team for Underdog? Go right here. They'll match your first deposit 50% all the way up to $1,000. So you drop $2,000 initial deposit. They'll give you $1,000. The minimum is only $10, so they'll give you $5 if you do that. Go do it. But remember when we came in here and we said, Remember when we said, hey, let's go running back. Let's go against the grain. Oh, you can't do that. People are making content about this, Smitty. They said wide receiver is advantageous. Smitty, it's advantageous. And what do we say? Based on what? Well, based on what they said. But what are they saying and why are they saying it? Oh, but Smitty, why are you asking me so many questions? I'm just repeating and regurgitating what I'm hearing. I think they said something about last year wide receivers dominated. Last year? You're drafting based off last year. What about this year? What about running back? What about early quarterback? We did it. We did it live, and overall, this channel absolutely crushed. From Barkley to Achane to Kyren to Bijan to Josh Allen to JD5 to Rashee Rice. We don't forget you. Pour one out for Rashee Rice. We remember. Doing it live. Chase Brown. Josh Jacobs. We cooked.
Let him cook.
You say we didn't cook, you're just a hater. Wild Bill, congrats, my boy. All right, let me hit these super chats before we run out of time. God, man. Rice would have made us absolutely monstrous. He would have made us monstrous. And I can't tell you that this year is going to be different coming up in 2025. It's going to be based on the ADPs. We don't just go running back running back every year. We're not just a running back show. We strategically went running back because the value was there to smash and to put people in their place. And we did it, and we did it live. Who dat, Lolo? Appreciate your $20 holler, my boy. Coming in strong.
Too much.
Smitty, my brother, what's up? 155 to 91. I have Gibbs left. He has Kittle and J-Mo left. Praying nothing funky happens. 60K home league pot. Back-to-back champs. Hoping. Yeah, man, let's freaking go. To anyone who's not subbed to Smitty, do it now. Appreciate you, Who Dat Lolo. Thank you for sharing the wealth, bro. Fantastic news. You got that big freaking payout, my boy. Woo! Who's he? Appreciate you. Your $20 hauler sending you to Saturn. And your question is as follows. Won my league, or your statement, to your bold statement. Thanks for the baller year. Thank you, bro. I got Neighbors at 5 with Puka at 4. Don't forget Godwin comes back too. Love you, Smitty. Thank you, Who's he? Appreciate the $20 hauler. Fantastic news. Great job, bro. Smashing your league mates into a million little pieces. Achane really screwed me today, down by 1.5. I've Kittle, and he has Debo. Lost 2 other finals. Hey, I believe in you, Megas, and I'd probably rather have Kittle. I'd rather be in your shoes. It's going to come down to the wire. Just enjoy that game on Monday night. Don't stress too much. Understand this is why you play. Down 34 points. I still have Debo, Bijan, B-Rob, and J-Mo. Do you think I can pull it off? Yeah, I think so. For sure, bro. Anything's possible. McMillan, Mahomes, Kyren, JJ, 110 to 108 championship. Rise above. I'm so glad to hear you won, because I remember you came in here going, you lost all your leagues, you're out, and then you're like, never mind, I won, and we were all like pumped for you, and now you're the champion. Congrats, bro. It's a concern BT exploded with Trevor going down. Is it a concern? No, it's great. It's a great comfort that both Neighbors and BT exploded with bad quarterback play. We know BT can play with Trevor, so I'm not worried at all. He's almost quarterback proof is what BT proved. Down 71, he has Laporta left to play. I have Gibbs, McLaurin, Penix. Pray for me all. What down? Oh, down 71. At least I'm sorry. I was thinking you were up. The way my bad. Down 71, he has Laporta left. Okay, I have Gibbs, McLaurin, Penix Jr., Mooney. That's a lot. That's gonna be close though, Stan. I don't really know. That's a lot to digest and try and calculate. See that coming in with a $20 holler. Says thank you for the second. Still pays good. Appreciate you. See that. I'm sorry you didn't win. We'll get you a championship next year, but nice job on the second place. Plus 1.5 high scores each week pays $75 a week. You sir got balls. Love the contrarian way. That's the only way it'll be this in this. Yeah, see that. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're the man, the myth, the legend. See that. Mars man. We'll send him to Mars for for dropping that $20 hauler. Down 71, he has Laporte. Oh, I read that one. Thank you for the super chat, my boy. Appreciate you. James, thank you for the $10 hauler. Smitty, let's go. Down 12.5. He has Debo left. I have options for JD5 London, and currently in my lineup for the win, I have Purdy, Garendo, and Jameson on my bench. I like Jameson a lot. But, Chad, are we going London or JMO? I think that's only, obviously, you're not switching the QB. London or JMO? Don't ever ask this again, though, James. Do I switch Purdy? Do I switch to Purdy over JD5?
Take a big lap. Get lamb.
Not your fault, not your fault, not your fault. But that's on me. I should have paid more attention and let you know. Man, they got a lot of JMO, London. I think it's so easy to want to go London right now because of this game. I think I do go JMO, but bro, trust your gut. James, trust your gut, please. The chat is leaning JMO. I'm leaning JMO, but it's so close. I don't want you to make this move and go against your gut. If your gut feels like you're wavering, then you'll be okay with it if you lose. But if you're switching because of the chat and me, and you didn't want to do it, you're gonna hate us. So don't switch it unless you love it. Smitty, 30 points behind. I have JD5 and Kittle left. It's possible, bro. Opponent has Bates and the kicker. Think I have a shot? Yeah, you have a shot. By the way, 211 last week on your call. You're the man, first time playing, and you've been so solid. Thank you, my boy. Appreciate you with the super chat, the $10 holler. My man. Cody. Championship secured. Lost Hurts, Kamara, CD, Connor, and still won. Wow. Thanks to you, Smitty. No, thanks to you, Cody. Thanks for all the hard work and insight time for the Bucky Bath. Man, what a story. Losing all those players. My opponent sold my bench Nabers for White. Glad Bucky, Evans, and Darnold came through after -4 for the Colts. Thanks for the advice, Smitty. Taking home 1K. Congrats, Manny. So glad to hear all these victory laps. Unbelievable. You guys rock. Down 44, opponent only has Detroit defense. I still have Gibbs, St. Brown, and Purdy to play. Yeah, I'd go Penix Jr. over Purdy, though, to be honest with you. But, chat, do you agree Penix Jr. over Purdy, or is Purdy a safer call for you guys? Look, Purdy's got no offensive line. I'm going Penix Jr. if he's available. That's just me, though. Won my championship, 164 to 108 with Amon-Ra left to play. Nice job, Burrow Higgins. Wow, Addison, it was my first year playing. Thank you for the help. You bet, life. Congrats. What a story. First year playing, dominating like that. Down 93 to 112. He's got JD5 and Amon-Ra. I've got Bijan, Gibbs, and Jawan. Should I swap Jawan for Mooney? I probably would. Chat, Mooney or Jawan? Penix Jr. loves Mooney. I don't know. Jawan's an okay player. I want you to get a group think going here and go with the group think because it's so close to me. I'm going to go Mooney, but vote Mooney or Jennings, guys. You're the GOAT. No, you're the GOAT, Justin. Appreciate your super chat. This game's going to start here in a second. Let me get this last super chat, and then we'll open the phone lines briefly before the game kicks off. Appreciate every single one of you. What's the vote saying? Mooney, Jawan, Mooney, Penix, putting the world on notice tonight. Yes, he is. Penix might dual JD5 for the future. I love Penix Jr. 49ers offense cannot be trusted. That's the way I feel, especially when you're talking about like backups of backups playing on the offensive line. Down 84.2 in a 6-point TD pass league. Holy shit. JD5 and Bijan left to play. Should I start London or Jennings for the comeback? I go London over Jennings. I go JMO over London potentially, like we said. But all right, quickly.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
All right, very short phone calls. Nothing long. No full team of evals. Brother Charles, thank you. Taking home 1K, thanks to you. The least I can do is give you the $10 hauler. Thanks, Smitty. Your voice guided me to the light. Thank you, Brother Charles. Appreciate you, and congrats, my man. Congrats. Absolutely fantastic to hear all these. League champ checking in, says Big Dog. Look at all these winning stories we got here. You guys are all remarkable. We got London walking onto the field, putting his gloves on, helmet on his head. Can't wait for this game. This is going to be such a fun game to watch. Such a fun game to watch. I've been waiting for this game all week. I've been waiting all week. Need Commanders to win tonight so the Bucks can make the playoffs. Says, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir's back. Yes, sir. I hope you didn't take anything personally. When you call on the phone line and you do certain things, you get bumped off, and I hope you don't think I'm mad or I hold any sort of, feeling from one show to the next against people. I don't. Get Bijan. That's right. Get Bijan.
Hi, my name is Bijan Robinson. I like long walks on the beach. And, well, I also like scoring.
We'll be out of here in a second. Phone line's open. I think I had it closed. I'm sorry. It's open now. Yes, sir. If you want to call in and retry one more time, we can run it back. Projected to win. Nice job, Yeti. Proud of you. No worries at all, Smitty. Okay, just making sure you're not sensitive, Sammy. I can't wait for the offseason. The offseason's here, big dog, so I got great news. You don't have to wait at all. It's here now. We're already discussing what round we're taking these guys in. This is how we do it here. We don't wait until March or take time off like a little baby. I'll be back in March. I gotta get all my mentals in order. My mentals get in order and out of order on this show live. Okay, I don't need to go get my mentals in order. I'll do it here. We gotta call, we got to call the Amazon medical, help desk. They've added that feature to your Amazon Prime membership. We'll do it live on the show. We don't take any time off. And when people come in here and go, nice season, Smitty, see you next year, I feel like screaming. What in the hell are you talking about? Oh, thank good year, Smitty, see you next year. What do you mean, see me next year? You aren't going anywhere. Mike, you're live.
Smitty.
Yes.
I was calling Smitty to see what happened to HN. Did he get hurt today?
No.
He was on the sidelines. I was just trying to figure out, Smitty, what happened to HN?
Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is the worst coach. He really is.
He is, man. Oh my
trash.
gosh.
He's
man.
trash.
I was
He's trash.
thinking the same
But
thing.
look,
man.
I don't apologize. Look, I did say what was the call that I said that I didn't push enough? What was the call that I said? Oh, Devontae Smith. I said, yeah, I take a lap on not pushing Devontae Smith enough in the questions that I got all last night, all this morning. I'm not saying I didn't say Smith here and there, but there are a lot of questions that I didn't say Devontae Smith in. I take a lap. I take accountability on that. I take zero takebacks or concerns or apologies for starting HN. HN balled all year. Players had bad games, and you had to run him out there because if he had 200 yards and Mike McDaniel did run him properly, you wouldn't have been able to sleep at night. And it's not like anybody sat, a monster for HN. There were questions like most of them were Spears. Like a lot of the questions were Spears or HN. Did Spears outscore HN? Yes, but it was by a minor amount. If you lost because of that, your team didn't play well anyway. I make no apologies for starting HN or promoting it. He is a monster, and if people are going to take what he did this week, and even Kyron, who had a mediocre touchdown and decent yardage, if people are going to take the endings of those guys' fantasy seasons and try and paint some negative picture, I'm all for it. Do it live.
Yep, you're right, Smitty. You're right, man. HN and then me having faith in the Colts, starting them as a defense, that killed. So
yeah, it was a high risk. We talked about that one as a high risk, high reward play. Just like people that want to sit the Eagles D, it's like why? Why? Just start your best players. People get cute. Don't get cute. Do it live. All right, hey, I got to roll. Mike, appreciate you. Get ready for 2025. Right, it starts now.
Thank you, buddy.
Later.
I'll be looking for you, buddy. I'll be in touch with you.
All right, man. Appreciate you. I'm in the championship, and it's 67 me to 78 him. He has Brian Robinson left. I have Jaden Daniels and Jennings. Think I can pull it off. Damn straight, Paul. Go get it done. You got this. You got this. Game starting. I will see you all after the game. I want to watch this bad boy. Appreciate every single one of you. We'll be back after the game. Probably a minute or two before the game ends, we'll be live, and you can get in the chat already and start talking, and we'll go later. Simi says, Smitty, can you talk about Jerome Ford coming in the second half? He got hurt. Jerome Ford got hurt, bro. That's why he failed.
Wanted. The top most wanted outlaws. These outlaws are on the run.
We've got a whole lot in store. 2025 Most Wanted Outlaw. As of right now, ladies and gentlemen,
Wanted. The top most wanted outlaws. These outlaws are on the run. 'Cause they're wanted. Dead or alive. Smitty, can I just ask you one thing? Can we do karate in the garage?
just so you guys know, the Wild Wild West is an in-season feature only. It takes the place of Mars Men, Moon Men, Saturn Men, and Jupiter Men. When those lock down and we no longer get to play that game, the Wild Wild West is waiting for us. We're going to do more with that in 2025. We got this bad boy right here that we'll be dealing cards and talking about in 2025 in season. So we'll do a whole lot more with this in 2025 in season, just to make sure you guys know that when the Mars Men, Moon Men, Saturn Men, Jupiter Men lock in and the season kicks off, we shift over to Wild Wild West. We're going to do more of that in 2025. 2025 is going to blow your socks off. And it all starts with this right here, if you didn't know.
The Jupiter Men.
First two.
Jupiter is so large, every planet in the solar system could fit inside it. There are
First
no
two.
bigger monsters than the Jupiter Men.
The first two Jupiter Men are already up. No Saturn Men, no Mars Men, no Moon Men yet. The Saturn Men list,
The Saturn Men.
empty.
One small step.
Mars
He's on
Man,
a shuttle to Mars.
empty.
Mars Man. The Moon Man.
Moon Men, empty.
Dropping loads
Jupiter
in
Men.
outer space.
We already dropped 2.
The Jupiter Men. Jupiter is so large, every planet in the solar system could fit inside it.
See you all after the game. Go Penix Jr. Go JD5. Go McLaurin. Go London. Go Mooney. Go Bijan Robinson.
Your Bijan card has been revoked.
Deuces.